right, what you're watching appears to be an aggressive protest. It happened at a Moms for Liberty event in Florida. Chapters from across the state gathering to rally at the Capitol to watch debate on the House floor and then meet up with representatives. And that's when it looks like a group of folks closing in on the moms, backing them into a corner, refusing to let them out of the meeting room. And one of the participants in the group was apparently pushed by the protesters there. Yvette, Benarroch, and Angela Dubach are with us now. They're representatives for their Moms for Liberty groups in their respective areas. Welcome, ladies, and thanks so much for coming on. Yvette, if you could tell our viewers what happened, what was leading up to what we just saw in the video.
So we were coming back from our lunch. We were at the Capitol celebrating our legislative days, visiting with our legislators. And we were coming back and we got off the elevator on the 5th floor to go into the legislative house chambers when this group of, protesters acting like a mob literally cornered us, surrounded us, pushed us into the closed doors. I literally had to knock on the door and open and ask the Capitol Police to please let us inside because we were afraid they would hurt us. They were really angry. They were rabid. And so thankfully they let us in, and then they got us into safety.
Yeah. And of course, peaceful protest is an American right. But Angela, did things remain peaceful?
No, absolutely not. Like Yvette said, we just wanted to get back into the chamber because they were debating a bill that would fight against sex reassignment surgeries for minors. And as soon as we got to the top out of the elevator, we were met with this mob immediately. And I was behind Yvette and I hear her say, "Open the doors or we're going to get attacked." They were right up in my face like this. I just froze. And then I hear her say, "Open the doors and let us in or we're going to get attacked." So she got in and then she pulls me in, and then the officers, they forcefully closed the door behind us and led us to safety.
Well, I'm sorry you were in that position. And it's unfortunate to hear. And thankfully, the police were there, it sounds like, to make sure that you all were safe. Angela, Yvette, I'll go to you. Did you find out who this group was associated with? What issue did they take with your presence at the Capitol?
Well, we're not sure who they were with because there was a lot of groups there that day. But I can say as soon as they saw we were Moms for Liberty, they were triggered. And we're just moms trying to make sure that we're protecting our children, that we're trying to make sure there's not pornography in our schools. We're joyful warriors. Like I said, we were there to meet with our legislators and actually in support of those bills that protect our children. So there was no reason for them to attack us. We respect everyone's right to peacefully protest, but physical violence and verbal abuse to silence those whom we disagree with is not okay. And so, we're all about protecting Florida's children, and we will continue to do that. That's actually going to make us stronger now. We're not going to back down or bend knee to the liberal left.
All right. We'll leave it right there. Yvette, Benarroch, and Angela Dubach. Ladies, thank you very much for coming on. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. A lot of